Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Prancing Pony Podcast Plays. Thank you for joining me tonight. I hope all is well as you're enjoying your week so far. I wonder if Hilbern's enjoying his week. He's been stuck in Latterdan's room in Rivendell for, well, since Saturday evening. So we'll have to take a look and catch up with him in the meantime. Before then, of course, if anybody has any questions as I get ready to get back into the Lord of the Rings Online, just let me know. Pop them off in the chat there. For now, of course, we will be keeping the chat overlay up so that you will be able to interact with folks YouTube and Twitch combined. Once the game's going, of course, as usual, that'll go away. But good to see you all. Nathan, Nate, the Watcher, good evening to you three. And Katie, of course, thank you for joining and for, as always, being the moderating presence. So, all right. Well, it looks like we don't have a lot of questions early on. We typically don't. That's usually folks have questions as I'm playing. So let's go ahead and get going on that front. As usual, I will be closing the chat. There we go, the chat overlay. I will, of course, still be able to see what's going on in chat if I bother to look. Good luck with that. All right. Good evening, Sanguine Sage. All right, so when we last left, Hilbern had been directed to go down to Latterdan's guest room. He, of course, had left. And it turns out that he's left some clues behind that will help us as we take a look. Good evening, Erica, Elizabeth. All right. Also, I'll just briefly say that I've updated the armor again. Level 50 was nice. The level 52 stuff wasn't worth it. It wasn't better than the guild armor that I built for him at level 50. But I've gone ahead and had my jeweler, my tailor, and my weaponsmith and woodworker create new goodies for Hilbern. So his gear's a little better, and it also looks a little better too, which is real nice. Last time it was super red. So, all right. We are supposed to search Latterdan's room. Did we get a warrant is what I want to know. Because if we find anything here without a warrant, we won't be able to submit it into evidence because of the doctrine of the fruit of the poisonous tree. All right. The map of Eregion is sparkling. Ooh, look at that shield, by the way. That's a pretty cool shield. All right. The map of Eregion. Let's take a look. What does it say? This map has a route sketched across it from Rivendell south to Eregion, but it contains no other clues. In the meantime, if you're leaving and don't want to be found, would you leave a map indicating your route? Or would you maybe leave a false map? All right. A coil of rope. Always have a rope with you. Always a good idea, as Sam found out. Lyredan had clearly intended to take with him, but apparently overlooked in his haste to leave. Just like Sam. And we've got a pack as well. Well, yes, if the owner has given me permission, then I can search. This pack was evidently left behind intentionally, for it is terribly worn and would likely not have survived a long journey. All right. Yeah, this place is kind of a mess. I mean, he's barely made his bed. Look at that. That's not how elves make their bed. Can you bounce a dime off of that? No, you cannot. Left his books open, disheveled, stacked this way. Who does this? This is desecrating. You don't do. Oh, look at this. He's left books face down, spine broken on the shelf. Lyredan, are you worth saving? Look at what you do to the books. Tisk, tisk. All right. If any of you do that to your books, that's your business. You're crazy and sick in the head, but it's your business. All right. So we are supposed to examine his journal. I thought I just did. Oh, I see. Now I'm supposed to go to Elrond. And I know he's up. Do I go all the way up to the 3rd floor? I'm trying to remember. Oh, was that Tolkien art? I didn't even catch that. Good one, Katie. We'll have to go back and take a look. He's on the other side, isn't he? The other side, 3rd floor. That is true, actually, the Watcher. It might look terrible on a bookshelf, but for long-term storage, keeping them upright can wear the... All right. I fear what deeds may be done now that Lyredan has returned. Actually, Lyredan's already gone. Well, Treebeard needs to give a speech. Oh, man. All right. Have you found aught yet that reveals Lyredan's purpose? Wait a minute. Did I not examine the journal? I was in there. Oh, I see. It wasn't sparkling, so I didn't look at it. That'll give us a chance, though, to look at the art. Katie, is this the art you were talking about? Huh. I don't recognize it. It's very cool, though. And yeah, I mean, the corners look shoddy. Of course, also, I have to say, Elrond's not much of a host. Look at the thin, pathetic pillows he gives them. I mean, really. That's going to get 3 stars on Airbnb. All right. Lyredan's journal. This journal contains many entries, but it lay open at one particular passage. The entry the journal was open to detailed Lyredan's imprisonment at Samath Bowel and his torture at the hands of Marthiel and her minions. Ah, so I'm supposed to read the journal further and experience a session, the prisoner of Samath Bowel, or read the shortened account instead, which may be what we choose to do. Or read the shortened account instead. How do I do that? Maybe read the journal, but that's what takes me straight to that. Session play. Well, I guess that's what we're doing. Here we go. Now, session play is a great way to experience other things altogether. You might do a session as somebody at the Siege of Barad-dûr, or I'm trying to think of some of the other sessions that I've done. So here we get to be Lyredan.
Even elves can only endure for so long. Though Leoden resisted to the last, when pain alone proved ineffective. Amarthya turned.
Yep, Boromir, Frodo. I remember seeing the Stone of Erech that way. I think you were role playing as one of the guys with the Isildur. I mean, just amazing stuff. It's a great way for the folks at LotRO to build in elements of the story that are just really bring you there. All right, this is Lyrdan, who does have some skills. Right, let's take a look at what he's got. He's got fast attack. He's got a frontal attack against multiple opponents. One that leaves a wound. Another one that can do multiple opponents. I'm going to take the multiple opponent ones and move them separately. And a high crit chance. All right. So I'm just going to try to remember that. All right.
I will show you pain.
I have an important assignment for you, Bloodletter. Oh, so this is not Samath Bowel. Or this is not Lyrdan. This is somebody else who's going to go torture Lyrdan. If you carry it out well, I might allow you your choice of the treasure from our latest captives. The Threv Georg may be poor, but sometimes they fashion things of great worth. I've received word that our mistress will be coming to Samath Bowel to question the elf Lyrdan, and I want everything to run smoothly during her visit. The corpses in the tower have given rise to tremendous blood leeches. Their filth and disease has been distracting for the rest of my servants. Destroy the blood leeches before the mistress arrives. All right. So my job, and I'm just some low-level flunky, Angmarim flunky, is not to kill the tar crypts, but to kill the blood leeches. That's Lyrdan. Your mistress is wasting her time, Bloodletter. Long may the minstrels sing the defiance of Lyrdan of Lindon. Long may they sing it indeed, sir. Well, thank you, Erica. Sunglasses perpetually. Blood leeches. Yeah. I'm assuming that's where I have to go. Down, down, down. Down to Leech Town. Ah, Blood Leech. Hello. Quest actions available. Oh, I don't think I'll be doing any of those. All right. Hello, Blood Leech. Take a little time to die. Die already. Cleared vermin. I got to kill 8 of these guys. It's weird not having hunter skills, by the way. It's weird not being able to just pew pew. Cleared vermin. I could clear the tar crypt prison guards. That would be vermin, but that's not what they're considering vermin, is it? In case I do. Thank you, by the way, Katie, for sending the wiki page for this quest, just in case I have to. Like, I get lost, which is, let's be honest, entirely feasible. I have a tendency to get lost in these kinds of places. Need a Thomas guide for Middle Earth. Of course, there's like 3 people in the chat who will remember a Thomas guide, but you know. Doom, 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 doom. I must have gone. Oh, no, you can go even further down. I see. Hello, Blood Leech. So for those of you under, probably those of you under 40 or 45 in the audience, Thomas guides were books of maps that you would get for particular regions. So you might get the Thomas guide for Orange County or the Thomas guide for LA, and it was a book of maps. So you would look up an address that you wanted to go to. This is long before you had the internet, and you would simply say, I'm looking for 1431 Main Street, and it would say, oh, you're looking for page 34, grid A6, and then you go look it up, and there it is. You can see where it is, and then figure out how to get there from where you're at. I like them because they're bound the way all books should be, with the metal spiral thing that just easily flip and keep things open. All right, now I get to talk to Morwen, not Morwen. This is not. Don't confuse her with Morwen. She may be about just as kind as Morwen. Morwen's got a little bit. Okay, come on. Really? Hold on. Let's see. Maybe I'm. Oh, she's in the upper chamber. All right. No, I'm not going to return to the Millennial Digs, Nate. That was a mistake. I'd had a bad experience with the Millennial. I was traumatized. All right. I'd worked with one, like, you know, at my day job, like the year before, and it did not go well. Yeah, if there's one thing I regret, it's not even the bad sound quality of season 1. It's the Millennial jokes. I took it a little too far. But yeah. No, the Thomas guides were great. And then after Thomas guides, you know, when you had the internet, you would do map quests, but then you'd print the directions out and take them with you, because heaven knows you didn't have your phone and there was no, you know, you had your internet, but it was on your home computer. So you printed out the directions and took them with you. And that spelled the death knell for Thomas guides. All right. Thank you, Nate. I accept your forgiveness on behalf of an entire generation. All right. You have cleared the Tower of Blood Leeches. You will go far, Bloodletter. I see raises and promotions in your future. Perhaps even a 401k. Perhaps I will tell your mistress of your dedication when she arrives. What? The Tarkrip are all asleep, and Lozadurk as well. I would never question our mistress, but I do not understand why she would send such spineless sluggards to guard Sammath Bowel. Surely the bloodletters under my command are sufficient. Awaken all of the sleeping Tarkrip, which you could have conveniently done as you were killing the leeches, but instead you had to come back to me first. And that useless Gorthrog as well. If he is to be keymaster, he should be at his post outside the tower. Use your boot if necessary, Bloodletter. All right, then. MapQuest was Adventure Quest. It really was. Because there was no, like, updating your directions. It was either right or it was wrong. Hey, get up, you. Meat's back on the menu, boys. These Tarkrip... wrong voice. These Tarkrip are the best guards your mistress could find? The slugs would make better servants. I like your fire. I like your fire, sir. Get up. What's the idea, worm? Think you've got power, do you? Well, I did just kick your sleeping carcass and you woke up. I should gut you for that miserable cur. At least they're better. I like interacting with them more than the leeches. You swine. I should have my boys teach you a lesson for that. Actually, that guy looks scrawny. I should have my boys teach you a lesson for that. Yeah, the days of MapQuest directions and a pager in your car. You didn't have a phone. Your time is ending, Bloodletter. The Tarkrip have been chosen by the lady. Awake, sleeping guards. Am I still? I'm missing one. I missed one. I won't forget this, Bloodletter. You won't always have a favor. I wasn't sleeping. Don't tell the lady. Dang it, I missed one. Oh, no, there he is. There's the big one. I don't want to wake him up. Can I let him sleep? The guardhouse? I'm going. Don't let me see you when I come back, puny one. Now I go talk to Morven again. Keep his Christmas coated. The red lights and then the green torches. It would be better if it was playing something like, I don't know. Well, harken back to Saturday. Grab a torch, Jeanette Isabella. The skylight. That is an unfortunately placed skylight, Nate. The trolls need pants. Every troll needs pants. That's true. It was presaging the fact that internet trolls don't wear pants. Hey, Morven.
I will show you pain.
Our mistress has arrived, Bloodletter. Since you have been of such use, I grant you this boon. And this is why Session Play is so cool, to watch her interrogation of the elf Lyrdan. Some few of her brothers have also been, your brothers have also been given this great honor, that they too may be rewarded. I have a feeling it means we're going to die. His will is strong, mistress. Yes, we are fortunate. Fortunate? I do not understand. It will make Lyrdan a more useful pawn. Narmaleth. Ah, just guts me. Narmaleth, my daughter, is that you? How can this be? Well, Lyrdan, it cannot. I do not have much time, Father. I cannot resist her for long. Is Narhuil still hidden from them? Half they have found, pulling the location from my mind. I am sorry. But I have strengthened my resolve. They will never find the second half of Narhuil. My daughter, why do you cry? It was the power of Narhuil that brought me under her spell, Father. Only its power can free me from Amarthiel forever. Liar! Liar! She's lying! But the ring lies sundered, broken in two. Like my heart. Its power remains. If the two halves were brought together, I could reforge Narhuil. I could save you. One half of the ring is being kept in the fastness of Barad-dûrgul. Perhaps one of your friends could retrieve it for you. Like a short little River Hobbit, the Hilbern guy. Yeah. But where lies the other half of Narhuil? Forochel. It is somewhere in Forochel, but I do not know where. Thank you, Father. So the other half of Narhuil is somewhere near the Ice Bay. Mistress, I would be honored to travel north in search of the ring. No, Morven, I have need of you here. There are other... What's wrong, mistress? Lozodork is dead. Lyrdan's allies will be here soon. Prepare yourself, Morven. Your death will be of some use to Angmar. Bloodletter, come here.
My lord will soon have the ring.
Return him to his cell. The elf will die here, as will we. For Angmar and the mistress. Well, there you have it. That's a very good point. The life lesson of every age of Middle-earth: don't trust captives set free. Except, well, there are a couple that come to mind. Hurin after he's come to his senses. But Gwyndor. Oh, wait, Gwyndor wasn't set free. He escaped. He escaped. Different. Good point. Yep. Anyway, in case you didn't recognize that room, it wasn't Saturday's session, I believe it was Tuesday's session. That's where we end up killing Morven, right? So fantastic story. And it just gets us to see the preparation for that, the moments that happened before. So now we're going to finish reading the journal. In his journal, Laerdan refers to his visitation by Narmeleth as an epiphany. An epiphany what? He came to believe that he could free her by giving her Narhuil, the ring of Amathiel. That's so sad. And we'll go ahead and take one of these. Does it really matter which? You learn nothing more from Laerdan's journal than the details of his imprisonment and his encounters with Amarthiel and Narmeleth, real or imagined. Elrond may understand more of these things than you. Well, that's a low bar. I'm sure he does. I do love the detail in this place. I mean, look at these banners. Some gorgeous artwork and the sculptures that they put in here. I mean, the detail on the wall. Look at that. That's fantastic. Is it here? No, it's over here. I hate that he's really on the second floor, but you can't get in there. You have to go in on the third. Go up an extra flight so you can go down a flight. Oh, see, if you land on the table, you avoid breaking your ankles.
Will you lend me your aid once more?
Alas, this is sorrowful and dreadful news you bring, Hilbern. I now understand how Laerdan was broken. The evils of Angmar are truly great if they can turn a father's love for his daughter into a terrible weapon. This forebodes a greater evil still. I dread what is to come, Hilbern. Laerdan's journal brings me great distress. I fear the deceptions of Amarthiel. I almost read that as I fear the Decepticons of Amarthiel. When I thought, now that would be cool if Amarthiel had Decepticons. I fear the deceptions of Amarthiel will bring Laerdan to a terrible end. Will you hear me? Of course I will. You're Elrond. Oh, yeah. Katie, I don't know if you can post that in chat. I don't think you can post an image in chat. She just sent me the banners. That's Gilgalad's banner that I happened to look at earlier. All right. Discuss with Elrond what fate may await Laerdan and experience that session or read the shortened account. I think we're going to have to do the session. An account of Laerdan's journey to the ruined ring forges of Eregion. I like that. Balrog of Morgoth. That's right. Balrog, how's it flying? It's not. How are the wings? They're not.
Laerdan's delusion is complete.
I know they pronounce him Laerdan, but if it's really spelled Laerdan, it's Laerdan. But... Oh, I better figure out what skills I've got. Weighted arrow. Slows movement speed, so that's like barbed arrow. Ooh, multiple foes around your target. A dagger throw. There's a lot here for me to figure out. All right, well. Oh, that might not have been what I meant to do. The problem with this, of course, is all of a sudden I'm playing with a character who's got an entirely different skill set than the one I'm accustomed to. But he also has 12,000 hit points. It's not going to be a problem. Just might take a while to kill anybody. I mean, seriously, they can't kill me if I tried. Come on. Why won't it let me? There we go. I don't even know what half these skills are. Elven enemy is a prerequisite for archer strike. Oh, okay, I see. So if I... It's like the captain's thing. Okay. Oh, wow. Lots of them waking up. It's not that I don't have my stats. It's that I have no idea how to, like, play this character, you know? All right. Yeah. He does have self-heal. Like I'm worried about him with 12,000 hit points. Let's just come up close and smack these people around a little bit. There we go. You too, tracker. And your little dog, too. Oh, sure. Why not just do a daze, too, while we're at it? In theory, this should be fun because you're getting to learn how to play somebody else, but then you realize you're not going to learn how to play them because you're not going to get to play them for very long. But you'll find that typically when you do session play, if there are skills and you have to do combat, they'll fall into one of the archetypes, right? In this case, mostly a hunter, but he's got some extra close combat stuff. I'm assuming. Okay. And your little dog, too. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. Oops, wrong button. Little Eldar's cut. Good heavens. Just taking so long. Like, what is the point? I'm Liderdan. I've got 12,000 hit points. These guys can't scratch me. I appreciate the effort, boys, but I mean, really. So while I just auto attack and this takes forever, let me catch up with the chat. Thank you, Balrog of Morgoth. Indeed, yes. Some likes on here would be nice. It's always a help. Also, 11 people. Come on. Oh, that must be on one platform. Like, we need to drag some more people over here, but that may be just on YouTube or just on Twitch. Come on, trackers. Die. So I can go get to the orcs, because that's really who I want to get to. There we go. Father, I am cured. Will you not come to me? Oh, gosh, that's awful. Oh, you hearing that crying? Come on. Okay. Oh, I'm just fine Narmaleth. Good luck with that. Oh, I feel so bad for Lardan. My heart's heavy for this guy. Oh, I wouldn't know that was a gate if it didn't have the word gate above it. And just where do you think you're going? Wherever I want to go, actually. I mean, watch me take out your guys. Prisoners always please Shaku. We all know who Sharku is, right? Need to remind you that would be Saruman, the guy whose logo they're all wearing, the white hand. What kind of elf trickery is this? The kind where I live forever and you cannot kill me. Ah. Dagger throw. Oops. Good night, Kim. Thanks for joining us tonight. I will deal with this Golug myself. Will you? Will you now? Good night. So I'm going to guess that I go through the other aptly named gate. Father, I'm scared. Will no one help me? She's just mean. I don't like her. Where are you, Father? Why do you not come? Welcome, Father. Your Narmaleth is gone. A phantom devised for your ensnarement. But come, Father. Will you not give up the burden that you bear? So be it. My men will recover Nahuil from you. All that you have known will be turned to ruin. Oh, this might be, well, again, 12,000 hit points. There's a lot of them. But really, this should just be a grind. Like, this should just happen. It's just going to take me a while. Well, you know, you do what you can, guys. I understand you were given a job. You're doing your best. I'm sure your boss won't kill you. Oh, they keep coming, though. That's going to be a problem. So, someone else with daddy issues working for Sauron. We agree that Kemen is probably going to be a Nazgul, but he's not going to be the Witch King. He's too much of a little wuss. So do they just keep coming? Is that the point? Oh, I see. 15 seconds. Do you notice over here in the upper right-hand corner, survive Amarthiel's onslaught? It's down now to 9 seconds. I don't think they're going to be able to do 10,000 hit points in that amount of time. Completed. Instance the fate of Lyrdan. Well, it is a family-friendly stream there, Katie. But yeah. Kemen's... just enough said. Yeah, thank you, Watcher. I'm not surprised. Session play has been in the past buggy, so I wouldn't be a shock if that had been a problem in the past.
Hope is not in vain.
To think of Lyrdan's fate grieves me, but we can dwell upon it no longer. Greater still is the threat Amarthia will become if Narchuil should fall into her grasp. All right, do we care? I don't think we care. Resistance, agility, vitality. I guess we'll take Golokor.
Hope is not in vain.
I have little doubt of the enemy's intentions, though I do not know whether they will bear out. That is our one hope. There is much ring lore of Eregion remaining here in Rivendell, for I myself wrote it, and much has been brought here thanks to the efforts of many. Sadly, this lore reveals little that might tell us Angmar's plans. Fortunately, my study of the lore has revealed one clue, a name. This name is Eglamir, undoubtedly an elf who was a trusted friend of Celebrimbor. He may have insights that will aid you. If he is still to be found in Middle-earth, he may be in Celendim. Many elves visit... Try that again. Many elves visit there before heading further south to the Grey Havens. Travel there, and, if you find him, see what aid he can be to you in your quest. Now, the fun thing about that is that if you are an elf, you were in Celendim at the very beginning of the game. It's the elf starting area, if you don't do the Swanfleet Cardaland stuff. So we're just going to port over there because it is a long way away. Oh, and not only did I find him in Celendim, I'm standing right in front of him. Again, though, with my back to the water. It's better than the way I'd poured into... where was that place in the Trollshaws that was just... I mean, like, thank you very much. Every time I would stop by... not Echad... Yeah, it was Echad Kendeleth. I'd poured in and I'd be standing with my back to that deadly fall. And yes, it did kill me. You seek knowledge of ringcraft in the long-ruined forges of Mirobel. I would turn you away if not for the fact Master Elrond sent you. He was a great friend of Celebrimbor, so I will lend what aid I may.
Why'd you spare the moments of your time?
Of the ring lore of Eregion I will speak little. It is dangerous knowledge learned from the Dark Lord, and should not be explored further. However, I will tell you this. In the days of Eregion, our Lord Celebrimbor gave to an elf friend, a man of Breeland, one of his shaping tools. I would expect that this tool was buried with him, as is the custom of men. Surely you may find someone in Breetown who might know the location of the barrow where the shaping tool lies. Perhaps someone at their town hall, or a patron of the famous, well-named inn, the one named after the podcast, or even a member of their watch. Clearly, he's referring to the Prancing Pony. All right. Interestingly, I'm not able to port to Bree, but that's okay. I do have a guide to Bree. Excuse me. Well, there's somebody in our kinship. Let's see. The map shows somebody at the Prancing Pony and somebody down at City Hall. So let's get on a horse and go. Somebody's riding a moose. A moose once bit my sister. I'll ride my horse in there, but the bartender will tell me, hey, we don't serve their kind in here. All right. Well, now, what is it you wanted again? Oh, the Barrow Downs. Why didn't you say so? That place has a bad name, if you don't mind me saying, and I would stay away from there. But if you're determined to know more about them, you should ask Newbold Leafcutter up at the Scholar's Stair Archive. Why, thank you, Barlaam Butterbur. Thrice worthy, thrice beloved, Barlaam Butterbur. That may be one of the more high quality rendered faces. I mean, if you look at say this dwarf face, blocky polygons. Over here, it looks like it actually is somebody's face. I wonder if that's what they did. They're like, let's find somebody we're going to actually cast as Barlaam. All right. It may be an elk. Thing. Are you all still there? That was a restream problem, by the way. Are you all still there? I'm good. I just want to make sure that I'm back. Okay, I'm back. Good. It was very brief. I saw a little yellow pop-up on restream. It said, oops, connection problems. And then I returned. I come to now the turn of the tide. In the meantime, I just want to make sure that, yeah. So I'm in the corner. The game is full size. Okay, good. Nate asks, what character in the game would I want to have my likeness? I would not wish that on my worst enemy. The Witch King! I don't know. That's asking a lot. I don't want anybody to be my Talk to Newbold Leafcutter. Oh, there he is. I was like, where's the guy with the ring?
Greetings, friend.
Yeah, Hama's not a bad bet, Katie, actually. Hama's not a bad bet. Because as much as I love Faramir, I'm not going to be crazy enough to say, give Faramir my face. I mean, if you're going to... David Wenham did a perfectly fine job. But so did the guy who played Hama. So who gets my mug? Some poor schmuck in Bree, probably. Yeah. Oh, wait. Hold on. No. See, it's got to be somebody who's not in the films, right? Because they all have faces. It would have to be. Oh gosh, now I'm drawing a blank on his name. The soldier of Gondor that Pippin meets. Baragond. It would have to be Baragond. All right. Greetings. Greetings, Hilbern. You seek yet more adventure in the Barrow Downs? What do you mean, yet more? That's because for those who do the normal story, you will have already done some things in the Barrow Downs.
Could I speak with you a moment?
So you seek knowledge of the shaping tool of Celebrimbor and Minadar the craftsman. I know the story well. Alas, the tool will not be easy to find, if it even still exists. It was buried with Minadar in Howth Yarchith. That was a tricky one to pronounce. Like, okay, Howth Yarchith. That's it. Howth Yarchith. Which has become infested with wights of the vilest sort. Howth Yarchith lies in the southern part of the Barrow Downs, and Minadar's tomb is found beside it in the cradle of a larger mound of the barrow. Be wary as you journey. Dead do not take kindly to visitors. Bah! It just felt like a jump scare moment. All right. Find the tomb of Minadar the craftsman. It's a good old man voice because I'm an old man, Katie. It's not hard. All right. The tomb of Minadar the craftsman. So we got to go over to the Barrow Downs. Fastest way is probably going to be to go to Adzo's camp and then go all the way through the Barrow Downs. So from here, let's go, I guess, back up north to the... Oh, that's not north. Alan is a Barrow White confirmed. Yeah, that's probably not a bad analogy. Old, cranky, get off my lawn, get out of my barrow, you know. Wah! Wee! Wasn't saying what? Oh, that I'm an old man.
How can I be of service?
It's just true. All right, we're going to ride to Adzo's camp. Kit Carson, what a nickname. All right. Oh, yeah, I should do that next time I'm in Bree. Watcher, I'm so sorry. I've already left by the time I get that because there's the delay. Yeah, we'll have to do that, though. That's a pretty cool place. I love that they made that for him to go and do his stuff in. That's so cool. Probably helps that he's like 5 minutes from Standing Stone, you know? Well, I don't know about that close, but they're East Coast just like he is. So we can just drop by and say howdy. Actually, I think, isn't the road to the Barrows in here somewhere, right? Let's get on our own horse. There's a path. It's been so long since I found it. And of course, you know, it's been how many levels? These are what level are these mobs in the area? 16. Yes, it's... that's not it. Doesn't help that it's nighttime. Could it be daytime? That would certainly make my life a little easier. Nope. I'm going too far south? Going to the south. It was just outside Bree? Oh, well. I'm sorry, y'all. It's been too long. I think this is an entrance. Now, this is the northern Barrow Downs, but I can get to the southern ones from the northern ones, right? Yeah, just go straight down to the southern Barrow Downs. Do. Okay. Anybody else remember the first time they played LotRO and ended up in the Barrow Downs? It was like the most terrifying place. I mean, the game gave us 2 really scary places in a row because we had the terrifying old forests, and then we get into Bree and we're like, oh yeah, so now we got to go into the Barrow Downs. It's flat out terrifying. I mean, I remember my heart racing. Oh, okay. I thought I was about to like jump off a cliff and die. Okay. Headed towards it. Boom, 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 boom. Actually, as far into the southern Barrow Downs as this is, it would have probably been easier to well, of course you can't really fast travel to Tom's, can you? All right, here we go. Yeah, the old forest, absolutely. Yes, before the map updates. All right. Now, just because I've been running around with low-level mobs out there, don't expect those low-level mobs in here. Oh, they are low-level mobs. That's kind of surprising. Lore of the Cardland Prince. I love it. Oh, they aren't even going after me. Well, that's convenient. All right. We are in the tomb of Minadar the Craftsman, right? Okay, so I'm going to turn right here. And then right here. That's correct. Nope. Huh. All right. Yes, Martin, you meet Tom and Goldberry in Lord of the Rings Online, and it's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. All right. Oh, I see. I got turned around. I just got turned around. We're fine now. Easy to do in this place. Tomb of Minadar. There we go. Now it'll be filled with on level or slightly below level, probably teal colored enemies. Yep, there we go.
Oh, oh.
Oh, I got a deed bestowed. Defeat bar guests. Bar guests, not guests at a bar. I just want to be clear. Those barrow candles. They're like the gnats, the clouds of gnats that bother you. If you expect better jokes than dad jokes from a dad, then that's your problem. I can't help you. Sure, join the fellowship. Should I summon you? Guess I should probably summon you. I have a horn. So, for those who don't know what just happened, Lilialai, that's Katie's character, one of Katie's characters, asked to join the fellowship so that she could accompany me and, I don't know, perhaps mock me, perhaps help me, maybe both. And so I went ahead and summoned her, which means she would be able to pop back in here. She's not going to have to find her way over here. Now, I don't know if it'll summon her directly to my side or if it will summon her to the entrance of the tomb. But I don't know. She's not here currently. I have summoned her. Aha! I see her right behind me somewhere. She'll assist with these annoying barrow candles and demon dogs and all that stuff. Now, I'll have to check my wiki and see just how many more, how much longer it'll be to finish Volume 1 of the Epic. But when we finish Volume 1, we're going to go back and do that early stuff that we missed because I did Cardalan and Swanfleet. And then we'll start doing some other stuff. I've got a queue of other games that I'm looking forward to playing, including, of course, in just a couple of weeks' time, Tales of the Shire. The Gaunt Plague Bearer. I'm going to set a trap because it's what I do. For no reason. Did you just yawn at me setting a trap? Oh, you sighed. All right, fair enough. Looks like it was recently disturbed and its contents searched. That's bad. That is indeed bad. The tomb of Minadar the craftsman has recently been disturbed, and any relics which might have lain there have been removed. You've got grave robbers in Bree. Balrog, yeah, they do. The barrows in Skyrim. I was an adventurer like you till I took an arrow to the knee. That's too bad, Hilbern. More and more foul travelers have been arriving here from the south. That fits with the books, right? I mean, that's very much a lore reference. And it would be no wonder that some of them are grave robbers. Well, I can't use any of these, right? They're heavy shields or a belt buckle, which is something for the brawler. So we'll just take one and sell it. There is little else that I can help you with, Hilbern. It's a pity that tool was stolen. I would have dearly loved to see it. Oh, perhaps you should return to the elf who sent you. Eglemere, was it? He may have more words of wisdom for you. Kellendim is far off, I understand, in the shadows of the Blue Mountains. You'll want to start off soon, or spend a mithril. Again, I'm going to move away from the fall.
What do you need?
This is ill news, Hilbern. With that tool, Angmar made you great harm in Eriador.
Might you spare a moment of your
It is
time?
tragic news that you bring from Breeland. If I had to guess, I would say that Angmar is trying to rekindle the forges of Mirabel in Eregion. Perhaps they plan to forge a new ring, or repair an old one. Ah well, it is of no matter. There is much harm to be done if Angmar succeeds. However, before they rekindle the forges, they will need to fix the great bellows. The bellows were originally made of a fine elven leather. Fine Corinthian elven leather that could withstand the test of time, but those are now rotted. Angmar could, however, replace the elf leather with dragon hide or with rich Corinthian leather, as Ricardo Montalban might tell you. It is strong and durable. There is rumor that a dragon, lesser though he might be, once dwelled in the frozen wastes of Forochel. Go to Surikaila and speak with their chieftain Irianna. He may know more. And by the way, that's going way far back. Rich Corinthian leather is like, was a meme when I was young. All right. So we're going to port over to Surikaila and talk to Iriana.
From whence came you in this cold winter?
One of the Vanavaki sent you to me. The last I remember seeing was the one named Lairdan, and he failed in his task. What does this Vanavaki wish of the Lumivaki?
The Lumi Veki could use your assistance.
Veki. Okay, so okay. I don't know how to read Finnish. Your Vanaveki sends you to find the lair of the great Lohikarme, the creature called Bregmore? I know somewhat of him, though I have never seen him. It is told among the Lumiveki that Bregmore was once the scourge of these cold lands. Many hunters tracked him, but none ever returned. It came to be that one day Bregmore ceased to hunt the Lumiveki, and we saw no need to anger him further. If you wish to visit the Lohikarme, you may do so yourself. You will find his lair far to the west, southeast of Jotunstad, the home of the Alukka, the ice giants, as you call them. All right. Well, that's going to be fun. Well, they weren't called memes, Katie. They were just, I don't know, whatever. I don't think we called them a thing. They weren't categorized. Where's the door? There it is. Ah. Does elf leather have long, flowy hair coming off of it? It's very tall. It's taller than than man leather. Lives forever, of course. Okay, so we want to go to... Oh, it's like way past... Okay, so is it going to be easier for me to get to Zigilgund and go northwest? No, I think it's going to be easier to go to Kuruleiri.
Greetings, Etelaviras.
Okay. I hear you on those rep items, Katie. What's funny is I've been getting a slew of them and just dropping them into my rep items folder. I've not been turning them in on Hilbern, which is probably a mistake. But a lot of the rep items you can't even start turning in until you've completed certain quests or certain quest chains. So I'll probably do that off air just so that I can get some of those travel things. All right. Let's see here. All right, we want to head southwest. Okay, yeah, I remember where the giants were. We aren't going to be able to take our horse because, well, we will. We'll just get knocked off of it when we aggro somebody. Try to stay away from the big blue ball of light. I know you said that thing that person was riding was an elk, not a moose. This is an elk. Just saying. I hope I don't have to go all the way through those giants just to find the dragons thing, by the way. Got it down Ravagers. I don't think I have to kill any of them. I have to kill the Seers, and they're not in this area. You'll note that, Katie, that I didn't even turn on my Seek Mines feature so I can get Ancient Silver. I'm not making anybody watch my node hunting. Okay, we're not too terribly far away. But once again, this is just such a long and lonesome region. Ancient silver. If I run across an ancient silver, I'll get it. But that was an ancient iron one. Yeah, ancient silver is not as easy. It's sort of like, early on finding gold. Okay, his lair must be up here. Clearly not going to get there without aggroing these worms, so let's take care of that. All right, we got a dragon here to face.
The champions of Eriador have been thwarted in their attempts to hinder Angmar's plans.
Actually, the Watcher mentions look at the sky. I think it's worth looking at the sky.
The hide of the dragon Bregmore.
It's beautiful there. Now, it's not No Man's Sky. That's a whole nother story. And if I could make that about Middle-earth, we'd be watching me play No Man's Sky. All right, so what was the voiceover? It was, the champions of Eriador have been thwarted in their attempts to hinder Angmar's plans. All that remains to them now is to keep Angmar from claiming the hide of the dragon Bregmore. Lots of dead things in here. Oh, hello. Oh, these are powerful ones. But I also have, 9,000 hit points. Clearly, I've been inspired. Hello. Oh, yeah. Give me a smack with your tail, huh? I mean, fine. I didn't expect you to roll over and have you scratch your belly. But come on. All right. I don't trust that water. Oh, this place is shaking. I'm glad I could make your wife laugh, Nate. Oh. Cave worms. Only slightly less friendly than my cat. Oh, that doesn't look good for the Guardan Raider. Oh, I see. I see. Now I'm picturing the cave worms talking like just a couple of guys. Oh, let's leave this guy here. We got a new one we got to take care of. All right. A million skulls about to fall from the ceiling. Lots and lots of cave worms. Okay. Why is it not opening? That is locked. Oh, okay. So that's why I'm not going in the water. Oh, a named guy. Come on. Oh, I see. So now, even though I've saved your life, Morgon the Hunter. Oh, you're a pretty bad boss there. Well, let's pin you. So then I can back away and lay a trap. Oh, fear. Okay, fine. I'll just purge that. Pin you again. You're not coming after me, pal. Prey should not be so strong. Yeah, because I'm not prey, dude. The pack must be told. I wonder if I go back whether that gate's going to be open because he went through it. Yep. I love how they can't see me, so I'm going to get to rain of arrows and just start right out. To the Hunt brothers, here is the prey I spoke of. How did you get your full hit points back, man? I almost killed you. That's cheating, man. All right. Yeah. The Bugan. Yeah, yeah. There are lots of deep cuts, it is true. This is wild. I didn't expect it to be filled with Gododan. I expect it to be filled with, I don't know, a dragon? All right, let's go into camouflage mode. So that just increases my crit chance, right? So now we're going to rain of arrows on all of them. Found Thurmire's map. Well, that's cool. Oh, man, this is getting... I'm going to wait for that trap cooldown to stop so I can set another trap, because I don't like that. I don't like there's somebody even tougher than who I was just facing. Now, I noticed that Hika is yellow, so I can't target them yet, but I can target the wolves. And there we go. That triggers Hika. Used to be known as Hiccup. Killed everybody who made fun of them for that name. And now they're just Hika. Now they're just dead. Shall pay for the Spirit Master's death. Will I? You know, the funny thing is you just watched me kill somebody tougher than you. Shouldn't you think twice about attacking me? You had me at Ancient Iron Deposit. Nate, I'm glad that you didn't completely lose your mind on that. Seek out and stop the Anglerim. Man, they are just everywhere. Oh, hello. I do love when they stand up and they're really tall. Oh, you know what I should have been doing all along? I should have eaten some food and gotten my arrows to be on fire. I'll take care of that in a bit after this encounter. Okay. Wow, lots of stuff in inventory. All right, let's go ahead and get some superior rack of lamb with mint sauce to get me some regen. I'm not going to bother with the superior honey cake. I only got 4 of them. But I did want to turn on what was, oh yeah, pure fire oil. I didn't intend to aggro all of them, as you know. Okay. All right. Clearly we're approaching. Oh, there's Mordrembor. This is bad. And this is the warlord. Hold a moment, Ethel. I would like a word with my old friends. What is this? Hold? After all that you have cost my pack, would you now deny me prey as well? Thou shalt have thy prey soon enough, Ethel. Come closer, Hilbern, and see the power of Angmar. I'd rather not. My traps are over here. Alas, it seems thou art too late again, my friends. Thine eyes do not deceive thee. Though he was a lesser dragon, Bregmore put up quite a fight. The fight was long and hard, and many of Ithel's pack were slain. Yet in the end, Bregmore fell before Angmar's might, as will all things. Now the beast's hide shall serve Angmar. The fires of Thamradine shall be stoked once again. Narhuil will be forged anew and serve Angmar once more. However, thou needest not concern thyself with that. Ithil, thou mayest have thy prey now. I must take my gift to my associates. Man, Mordrembor just it's a right pain. I love how everybody's dead, but I still have to defeat a stick in the ground. All right. Completed. Instant skin of Bregmore. There he is. Didn't get to fight him. That's unfortunate. Leave instance. Thank you, Katie, for my Mordrembor voice. I'll have to remember what Lindedlin sounded like. Talk to Iriana. It's my problem with doing voices. If I don't do them regularly, I mean, like it was easy when I was doing the 6 seasons on Lord of the Rings and the PPP to remember Aragorn and Gandalf because I did their voices all the time. But I remember doing Denethor and then not doing Denethor for like an entire season. And you're like, oh, I can't remember what I did. Bregmore was an evil creature, but it is sad still that such a great beast perished in such a lonely way. More troubling still is that the Rataveki succeeded in defiling the person of the Lohakanne. And Mordrembor, why would he aid in this fashion? Is he not an enemy of Amarthiel, seeking her ring for himself? It is very strange and troubling. I could get Bregmore's woe, but let's take Bregmore's fall instead.
We must speak at Telaviras.
You should return to your Vanaveki, this Eglamir. I am sure he will want to know of your failure. Do not forget to tell of the involvement of Mordrembor. What it means I do not know, but perhaps others will know what it foretells. I believe you said he dwells at the Vanaveki place called Kelondim, far to the south and west in the Blue Mountains. I would hurry there and speak with him, or pay a mithril in port. Thank you for that reminder, Katie. I'd forgotten who that character was, because, yeah, you're right. That would be spoilers.
Megobano.
Alas, there is little hope now that we may hinder Amarthiel from reforging Narhuil and bringing her armies to bear upon Eriador, especially if this Lord of Umbar, this Mordrembor you spoke of, is aiding her once more.
Mind my words, traveler.
There is no more aid I can give you. With the hide of Bregmore and Celebrimbor's shaping tool, there is naught to keep Angmar from rekindling the forges of Eregion and reforging Narhuil. You have failed, but think not too poorly of yourself. The chances were slim at best. You should return to Rivendell and bring this dire news to Elrond Half-Elven. Perhaps he will know what to do now. Rivendell lies in the Trollshaws, far to the east in the shadow of the Misty Mountains. How do you think I got here? How do you think I got here? Does this guy not know that I already know where Elrond is? All right. Nate, that is awesome. You're doing a mission in the Lone Lands. You get the reference to the 3 splintered kingdoms of Arnor, and you know about them because you've listened to the show as we talked our way through the appendices. Miriam, just saw you there in the chat. Welcome. Let's see. I'm just trying to catch up real quick. Yeah. Very cool. All right. I'm going to go ahead and port over to Elrond. That's not me actually singing.
Dark days are coming.
So the ring forges will burn again. Amarthael will reforge Narhuil and use it to lead her armies against Eriador. At her side will be Mordrambor, who appears to have sided with her once more. If this happens, the North will be crushed, and though Rivendell will stand, it will only be a matter of time before we too are overrun. We must put an end to Amarthael's plans once and for all.
Hope is not in vain.
Yeah, we're definitely going to do this next week. One last hope remains, Hilbern, and vain it may well be. You must travel to Mirabel and try to put an end to Amarthael's plans there. You must hurry. It may already be too late, but there is a slender hope that she has not yet received the materials she needs to rekindle the forges of Eregion and reforge Narhuil. Mirabel is far to the south of Rivendell, in the land of Eregion. May the stars shine upon your road. Well, we are definitely not going to be able to do that one. It is a big instance. And I don't want to end up getting to the point where we're running short on time and you can't really quit in the middle of an instance. So we're going to go ahead and call that, and we'll just do a little chat. I'm going to go back up into the chat and see if I can find any of the questions that need to be answered. Questions that need answering. But in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and exit the game. And bring this over here. And I'm going to go ahead and turn on the chat overlay so everybody on YouTube and Twitch can catch up with each other. Let me scroll up a little bit and see if there are some chat messages. I'm just going to go back about 10 or 15 minutes and kind of scroll through. Nate asked earlier, is there a textual basis for the wide variety of creatures? Many of them, no, but some of them, yes. As Katie mentioned, the Boogan. Yeah, the Welsh inspiration there. It's just scrolling through here. They are just everywhere. Yeah, I did switch my stance back. I'm back to strength. I much prefer the strength stance. Didn't catch that question earlier. Well, thank you, Miriam. The coverage of Appendix F was a lot of fun. Oh, the Watcher. That's a very good point. I should have. Thank you for that. And I'm sorry I forgot. I'll make sure to do that next time. Tam Yurdine. Even 10% of the background of the missions in your LotRO playthrough. I love that. I absolutely love it. It's so good to know that we're helping you enjoy the game more, through the detail of the show. Aldarion and Arendis. For a moment, I saw that as you were painting Aldarion and Arendis making taters. And I'm picturing Aldarion and Arendis like doing a baked potato bar for their friends, but that isn't what you meant. Love it. Yeah, this is going to be a great instance, folks. So we're definitely going to be able to do this next week. I say next week. We do Tuesdays and Saturdays. I'm not going to be able to do Saturday. I'm going to be out of town, so it will be Tuesday. And that will be available on, on the feed later if you're not able to join live. Appendix F was a lot of fun, Miriam. I'm glad that you enjoyed it because, I got to say, that stuff is not everybody's cup of tea. It's pretty well, pedantic's the wrong word, but it's very detail oriented, and not everybody enjoys it. We certainly hope you all do. Got a question from Nate in the chat that I didn't see in chat, but that Katie's forwarded to me. A deep dive question. In my Lone Land quests, I'm seeing references to characters being cursed by Yarwine Benadar. That's our friend Tom, isn't it? It is. Yarwine Benadar is, Yarwine is, if I'm not mistaken, literally young old. And it's basically that, he's the fatherless one. He's, really, really ancient. Ben Adar, I don't recall. Father. So it's okay, young, old, without father, I think is what that means, but I can't recall completely. But, that just because characters are talking about somebody being cursed by Tom Bombadil doesn't mean they're actually cursed by Tom Bombadil. Katie, probably them throwing the taters at each other. That I can see. This is for taking 48 years to ask me to marry you. Whack. All right. That was so much fun going through Eldarion and Arendis on the TTT. But I know that because that was a chunk of, 8 to 10 minute episodes, I was flying through it. And I'm really looking forward to covering that this coming season 10, where I'm going to be probably spending, I would imagine, 10 to 15 episodes on Eldarion and Arendis, covering that with Dr. Sarah Brown. Don't know when in season 10, but it will be next season. Oldest and fatherless, yes. Yeah, Yarwine literally means old young. So I'm not quite sure, but it is oldest and fatherless. Benadar is fatherless, right? You might even know that because you remember in Rings of Power, Adar means father, right? But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun doing Eldarion and Arendis. Going to be lots of good stuff. Yeah, I'm already starting to roadmap season 10. So I can tell you that we're basically going to be finishing the rest of Unfinished Tales. We did some Unfinished Tales that we pulled into season 9. So things like the Kirion and Eorl and Battles of the Fords of Isen, as well as the description of the island of Numenor. But everything else that's in there. So basically, History of Galadriel and Celeborn, Eldarion and Arendis, and then those extra chapters at the end on the Palantir, on the Astari, on the Druidine, on the Disaster of the Gladden Fields, all of that. We'll not be covering Narn y Hin Hurin because that's part of the Great Tales, which we'll cover in season 12. So no stream on Saturday. See you all back here next Tuesday at 6 p.m. Pacific to stream LotRO one more time and get that incredible wrap up to that epic volume, or to that epic book, and then we'll see what we bring after that, because that'll be the 22nd. So we'll only have one more session before it's time to do some Tales of the Shire. So lots of fun there. So, and speaking of Tales of the Shire, don't forget that not this coming week. This coming week is Appendix F2 on translation, but the following Sunday, the 27th, will be the interview that we're doing, that James and I did with Darren Ormandy, the lead writer over at Weta, who worked on Tales of the Shire. That'll be a lot of fun. All right. Well, thank you. Oh, and Balrog and Morgoth, the Fords of Isen. I'm glad you enjoyed those. Those were a lot of fun. And I'll tell you what I enjoyed the most about those Fords of Isen episodes is that at the end, we brought in Brett Devereaux and got to talk to him for an entire episode. That was so much fun. He's just fantastic to have on the show, and one of the few people that has an absolute standing invite. Anytime he wants to come on, he can. I don't think it can be called spoiling stuff if I've already told a few people, right, Katie? I mean, the interview with Darren, it was spoiling when I couldn't confirm it because we hadn't recorded or we hadn't received approval from Weta, because they had to listen to it first to make sure that he didn't say anything he shouldn't have said. But yeah, the Fords of Isen were a lot of fun. Reconnecting. All right. Lost connected. All right. I'm back. I don't know what happened. It was a restream thing apparently. But yeah, we're back. Did anybody catch the titles from those episodes in the Battles of the Forge of Icing? Because I got to say, I'm not always proud of the stuff that I come up with, but those were fun. All right. Climb every Aot, ford every stream, follow every marshal till you find your ancient military historian. I got to say, that's actually one of the hardest things that I do on the show now is come up with the titles, because Sean was brilliant at that. I mean, spot on brilliant, and could tie together a set of episodes with, a musical theme and then title it accordingly. He was so good at it. But every once in a while, what do they say? A broken clock's right twice a day. I've been able to pull one off after he left, and that's one that I was actually pretty proud of. So, all right. Well, I don't know what happened with Restream there, or maybe with my own internet connection. But before it happens again, I'm going to go ahead and say goodnight. But thank you all for joining. It was really fun to walk through the adventures of Hilbern the River Hobbit one more time. And next Tuesday, we will see the finish of that storyline, and it is dramatic. So we will catch you all then. In the meantime, have yourself a wonderful rest of your week, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.